I'm going to talk to you a little while. I guess I'll call this a segment, AKT Celebrity Reads segment. I'm trying to get it off of my mind. I cannot get it off of my mind. And it's going to take me more time. I don't have a lot of information at this time about this. Is about the airplanes, and this is about the Boeings. I just don't know how many series this is. I know I'm looking at the 737, the Boeing 737 and 737 MAX right now. I think that was taken out of circulation a few years ago after crashes and then put back into circulation. I have to, let me see, verify so I can see. So I will wait till some of you can come in here and speak to me in the chat to verify that we all can get in this chat. We've been having so much fun with each other and so much peace with each other the past couple of weeks. Let me see what I can pull up because I'm trying to look at the electronic system because the spirits keep guiding me to the electronic systems, and it's a lot to read, so I cannot do a half-ass thing. At least, that's not me. So it's going to take me a minute to look through here. I need to see what they are trying to show me. I don't know what this is. You know what? It may not mean anything, but because it's come to me for like 3 days now, I have to address it, and I'm gonna tell you some weird shit. Hey, Dirty South. Hey, Bobby. Okay, Dirty South. Atlanta, ATL shouted to win the shed, Queen Mother Drip. Okay, that's right, Queen Mommy in this bitch. The legendary Alexis K. Tyler Vagina Power, aka Queen Drip, aka Queen Mother, Queen Mommy in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have made me legendary. I want to thank y'all. Y'all have not been telling me the little messy shit y'all been doing, but you got to let these motherfuckers know. You got to let everybody know what time it is and who the fuck I am. Because someone emailed me last night, and y'all been sending me emails, and I thank you. And they said that when people try to talk about Lauren London and with Diddy and Cassie and Nipsey, then they said, they said people get in the chat. They be bogarting the chat. Y'all some bully bitches and some bully niggas over here in this motherfucker. Y'all go over there and bogart other motherfuckers chat and be like, you ain't come up with a goddamn thing. Alexis K. Tyler said this first. Alexis K. Tyler started saying this when she did the Nipsey readings in 2019 up until this point. You ain't came up with a good goddamn thing. This is goddamn it Alexis K. Tyler goddamn it dominating this motherfucker. Y'all said that y'all going to people chat, goddamn putting it in the chat. Hey baby, hey divine energy. So that y'all letting everybody, okay, point blank, period. Now they trying to come, okay. That's right, standing on 10, standing on all 10, standing on my tippies, shaking my pussy in my 50s, okay? Standing on the tippies. Just saying, y'all letting them know who is the queen of this motherfucker, who seen that shit in the underworld first, and who stood up for King Nip, Queen Drip, Road, still riding for the nigga. And y'all setting the record straight and let them know, like, bitch, you ain't original, bitch, you ain't broke nothing, bitch, you ain't found nothing, goddamn it, because you just not deciding how the guts and the nuts, the motherfucker say shit. Alexis K. Tyler been saying this shit since the goddamn beginning. You know, give me. See, they don't want to give me. They act like they don't know me, they don't see me, they don't want to acknowledge me. But you know that they secretly watching me. They secretly watching the videos. They secretly checking it out and see what it is, but they don't want to publicly give me my credit. And y'all are making them. Y'all going over there, goddamn it, Bogon. Y'all's like, move, get out the way. Like Ludacris just stepping on motherfuckers. Like, we don't want no problem, but if you want them, you can have it, nigga. Motherfucker, give it credit where it's credit due. Give her. You know what I'm saying? That is her. Goddamn it. That is her. And King Nip, that's him. You see what I'm saying? Y'all making them acknowledge that shit. Oh, she said, oops, Drip saying her name today. She not the actress mama with the dimples. Yep, they people I didn't know. Boots on the ground. Yes, I like that song. Yeah, I didn't know y'all was behind my back fighting for me. Letting them know y'all, but they letting y'all let them know y'all better stop playing with her. Y'all better stop playing with Alexis K. Tyler, AKT, aka Drill, Queen Drill, by King Dill. You know what I'm saying? Y'all letting them know, y'all not finna do that not while we around. Y'all gonna give her. So I really, I told the person that sent me even they tell me, no, it ain't just me, it's other people in the comments. That's Alexis K. Tyler. She said that shit first. I understand nobody's saying anything and nobody's erasing it or arguing about it, but you know they secretly come and see who is this Alexis K. Tyler. You know, and even the ones that try to act like they don't know me. Which I know you see me. You see me. I know you see me. Trying to like you don't fucking see me. Y'all making sure that they goddamn see. And letting them motherfucking know to give me. So I want to thank you for the hearts. Okay, still tipping. Okay. Say Queen Drips, mod subs, be safe and highly favored. Thank you, Mary Davis. Hey. Y'all, oh, thank you for going. You know what? And please feel free. Y'all go back through the old videos. Y'all see something that's coming up now with this Diddy trial and other people exploring and bringing things out and Whack 100, all these people that are really telling what they know. Please take those videos, chop and screw them. You can re-upload them to YouTube pages. I don't care what you do. You can chop, screw them, put music to them, put them on Instagram, TikTok. I don't care. These people keep trying to suppress me. And y'all keep putting it out there and let them know we will not be denied. You might have delayed it, but you won't deny me. And the collective that follow me and fuck with me and support me. So I'm not going to say nothing. Y'all can rewatch them and y'all can share them wherever you want to. I appreciate the love and support. And finally, all the shit, and yeah. She crazy. She don't know what she's talking about. All that. Now everybody knows. If you say I'm crazy, everybody knows you're fucking lying. Because I've been out here in the trenches for King Nipsey Hussle, and Amius Joseph Ashkadon for over 6 years. What is it, like 6 years now? 2019, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah. And y'all know I never wavered. I never doubted. I knew y'all wouldn't respect me if I did do that, even though I didn't have any proof of what was going on in the physical. I really believed I saw and heard this man, that he was still alive on a soul level, a mind level, a spirit level, although physically dead. I believed it, and y'all see I stuck with it and ran with it, and y'all ran with it, and we still running with it. We still doing it. And I'm glad y'all going back to look at the old videos and re-listen to them and compare what's coming out now to what I said, to see what I was accurate about, telling the truth about, and it's a whole bunch. I ain't know what the hell I was talking about. I'm just channeling. Thank you, Martez. Thank you, saying 10 toes down. Oh, 20. Thank you. That's right. Thank you. So I'm watching the Puma Baby Mama tonight. Thank you. I'm so glad y'all rewatching it, because I rewatched some shit the other day and I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck did I say? And I rewound. I'm like, oh my God. And it gets kind of creepy, because I'm like, wow. And now finally, out of all the hell I went through, finally it's coming out. Thank you, everybody, for helping me to make that happen. But y'all, thank you, Bobby. This is bothering me about these planes. And one place they came up with is Philadelphia. Oh, I just got cold chills on the left side of my body. Oh, I'm getting them again. The fuck? Somebody's here. Somebody's here. They're mentioning New Jersey Airport and Philadelphia. DC, New York, Atlanta, and they're showing me Asian Airlines. They're showing me in a place, it might not be here, I don't know if it's Colorado or it's another country, where snow, mountains, like high up, elevated mountains capped with snow. As well as on the African continent. Look, I don't have all the details to this, but I feel obligated to say it anyway, the little bit that I do have, because I have to study the electrical system of the commercial airplanes, jets, jumbo jets, because it might be more than one Boeing. Like I said, right now I'm looking at the 737 and the 737 MAX. It could be a 757. It could be another series. It's 737 through 800. Okay, I noticed that diagram is the same, 737 through 800 diagram. And for some reason, it is mentioning to me, when it mentioned Philadelphia, they also mentioned, that this is going to sound crazy because it sounded crazy to me, but I'm going to say it anyway. The Philadelphia experiment. Now, when you look at this year, there's a movie called The Philadelphia Experiment. But y'all, this was a real military scientific program. Let me see. Philadelphia Experiment. Let me see, what year was this? It says Allen at the United States Navy's Philadelphia Naval Shipyard in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States, sometime around October 28, 1943. See what happened. They said allegedly in the fall of 1943, a U.S. naval destroyer was made invisible and teleported from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to Norfolk, Virginia. So we need to also look at Norfolk, Virginia and the airport there. I don't know how many major commercial airports are there, different planes that fly in and out. What are the names of the different airlines? That's what I'm saying. I'm going to need time to sit with this. They actually told me I have to look at it. And you all, I know you like to look at these things as well to see what you know. Philadelphia, Virginia. If there were any air crashes there in New Jersey, the New Jersey airport is sticking out for some reason. And it makes me wonder, there must be problems either with air traffic controllers there, and there's probably problems with air traffic controllers at the other United States airport, the lack of them. They're short on employees, as well as there are problems with the computer systems, like I have been telling y'all for the past few years, and Nipsey keeps telling me. And they need to be updated. They're behind, glitches in them, and easy to be hacked. Disturbances in them, problems with the way the airplanes function, as well as the separate towers for the air traffic controllers. And some of them, I'm telling you, these people have medical problems, psych problems, and a lot of them have traumas because of things they've seen happen there that they're not telling us. I saw an article the other day, an air traffic controller said it went black for like 60 seconds. So that scared the hell out of them, because within 60 seconds, do you know how much death can occur because they're not able to give the pilots directions when they're flying on the highway in the sky? And they're saying that's not the first time in New Jersey. So if y'all live in New Jersey, or if y'all flying to New Jersey and the airports, please do your research on anything that's happened there. Feel free to put it in the comments, because I know the United States, the FAA knows about it. The government knows about it. Why are they not doing anything? I don't know. Why they're slow to move, but then they're showing, this is going to sound crazy to you. They keep showing me some parts of the electrical system, the skeletal structure of the electrical system. There are glitches in it because they have taken shortcuts at Boeing. The higher up have been given orders to do this. I have to look at if there are any other manufacturers of planes. I have to look at that too, that are planes for commercial planes that make commercial planes to fly with commercial airlines in the United States. This could also be overseas. I know there was a base here, probably still is a base here that builds Boeing. So I'm not sure if it's associated with the military. Hold on. Atlanta Boeing ING Atlanta Boeing plant. Do they have a plant here? Let me see. Something they used to. Yep, the Boeing company. Yes, it's 2145 Anvil Block Road, Ellenwood, Georgia. So that's kind of like this way. And the Boeing Distributions 574 Airport South Parkway, Atlanta, Georgia. So I knew a lot of them were being constructed here. And from some of the employees, I'm getting a couple of employees. There's a white man. He's kind of heavy set. He's physically dead. He's on the other side. He said, I did not commit suicide. I did not kill myself. Neither did my wife or the dog. This is more than one white man. This is not the one that we saw. And like I said, this is entertainment purposes only. I don't know unless it comes out, somebody tells. They said there are a lot of bribes and kickbacks inside of that plant, where people are told to cut corners and they're taking bribes. And they're doing this to save money and cut corners, and they do not care about the safety of the public. They only care about the money. They care about the bottom line. So y'all need to be careful. I'm not saying don't fly. Wait a minute. TG, I just looked down. Yesterday, my mother went on a trip to Italy, and it happened. The plane dropped due to the glitching. What? The flight was a 737? Oh, my God. Now, so they won't say, I'm just saying, I saw this somewhere because I didn't. Was this on the news anywhere? Or because I haven't seen it. Or did your mother just tell me because they told me about cabin decompression, the pressure of the cabin, and some of these planes, we're going to hear about this again, going down, and it's not stabilized, which could cause it to start falling like it's about to crash. I saw fire in the wiring around a part that's connected to the engine. I saw the plane, like they got the big round metal pieces. They said that's the engine, but not that part. It could start in there as well. But I looked at the internal structure, the skeleton of the electrical system of the Boeing, the 737. And that's when I saw a spark of fire, a flame around two wires. Looked like one yellow, green, red, black. Looked like one was thicker black, maybe like a cable, or the outside had black rubber or black plastic around it. And the inside looked like a copper wire cable. They're connected to the metal pieces that connect to the engine, that are responsible for the engine. And then I seen a cooling component. The air almost looked like it had hot ice in it, like it was white smoke, dealing with a cooling. So I wonder, would that be the air conditioner? See, I got to sit down and study and really go through this, since I don't know a lot about this stuff yet, and hopefully I can talk to someone. Where was it? Because I didn't see it on the news. You said it was on the news. The pilot got the plane to Canada. Yeah, I didn't see it, but thank you for bringing this to me. Glitching. Wow. Did they fix it? Is she on another plane? So, because I'm sure they got to keep that plane down and inspect that plane. Is it just the computer that they told you? Or did they told the public, rather? Or I'm telling you, it's not just that. It's something, not just the computer, but the computer chips that are inside of the electrical system of the plane. and they're faulty. And the way they put them together, they're not solid. Some of that stuff starts hanging down, and the vibration of the plane taking off and flying have made them loosen, and they hanging, and the pilots don't know. And I'm wondering, what about these aviation mechanics when they're servicing these planes? Are you halfway servicing them to get money, or are you paid to create certificates and say you inspected it thoroughly and it is up to par? There's nothing that would cause this plane to crash. There's nothing that need to be replaced and repaired. And if it did, are you lying and saying that you did it? Because you see what I'm saying? That's what they're telling me. And this man is saying they killed him. They set him up, and they showing me something like with carbon monoxide in a garage in a car. I said that his wife killed herself. They found the wife and the dog dead. One of the dogs looked like Lassie, and there's another shorter one. One looked like a collie, just like Lassie on that old TV show called Lassie. I think that might be some kind of collie. And the other one is a shorter black dog, a smaller one, might be a little poodle or something. It's an older dog, got a couple of like gray hairs in it. That's why I know it was older. And it was dead, but the collie was in the car with the wife, and she's petite, like with blonde hair, like bleached blonde hair. But it's not platinum. It's more like a yellowish, like a golden, like blonde with brown undertones in it, because her hair natural brown. She was younger than her husband. He's the one that's telling me this, and said he didn't want to take the bribes no more. He didn't want to keep the kickbacks. He's showing me he in a bathroom at one of the Boeing plants, and it's a thick white envelope, like a letter envelope stacked full of money. Just hundreds. And said, all you got to do is pass this and say it's ready for inspection. He said, but it's not. And some of the pieces are missing, hanging out of it, or they're faulty, and they're not going to last that long. This plane goes up in air. Thousands of people will be at risk to lose their life. And when the air traffic controls and the computer tries to control this plane, they look like they cheap parts. I don't know if they're getting these parts from China. I don't know where they're getting these parts from, some other country, but they cheap, inferior parts. That's what the man's saying. He's showing me some of them might supposed to be metal, but some of them plastic, or maybe a metal derivative that's supposed to be mixed with plastic and supposed to be more solid. If y'all know anything about flying planes, or you're a pilot, or you're an inspector, or you're a mechanic, you can anonymously tell us something, goddammit, because explain to me what the fuck I'm seeing. And why I'm seeing it, because I haven't studied this field yet. So now I'm going to have to read and get acquainted with this and look at people that are mechanics to tell me what the fuck going on. And this man said, I'm not going to take the kickbacks and the bribe. You know, my mother's older. My parents are older. Sometimes they fly. I don't want them killed up there on these certain airlines. And he has not said anything. He didn't say anything to his parents or his family. He didn't go to the public because he knew he would be killed if he warned the public. So he was kind of in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, because he has a conscience and he has a heart. He's like, I don't want this extra money. If I know that people are going to die, it's going to be some accidents on these planes if we're not lucky, or if they're not pieced together, held together long enough so that when they start glitching, or when a part starts hanging down, or when there's smoke in the compartment where the people are, or where the passengers are, that cabin, or where the pilots are, because the pilot's not going to be able to do anything about it. They're not going to be able to control the plane. Oh, I just heard bomb threat, bomb scare. And see, like a couple of weeks ago, I think I seen it on the news. It was somebody said they had a bomb at the airport, or a bomb at some government building somewhere, and there was a standoff. This is going to come up again. And one of these government buildings could be tied to an airport or airplane. He said, if this comes up and if a mechanic doesn't see this in time, I will never be able to live with myself. And he said, well, you ain't going to live too much longer anyway, motherfucker, with this shit right here. You either take this money and you keep your job in this plant and you go along with it, or you're going to come up missing and dead. Like they caught him in a hotel, a motel, or claim they wanted to make a deal with him. Okay, we're going to sign a contract with you. We're going to leave you alone. We're going to guarantee your job. And then I'm not sure if Boeing has a union. He was talking to someone. Let me check this and see. This is like really wild to me, and it makes me even nervous to say some shit like this. That's why I said, let me see, does Boeing employees have a union? In Georgia? Yes. Okay. The International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers. So that means they're tied to the military. Because like he said, we're going to talk to the union, and somebody at this union knows what's going on and getting kickbacks and over this shit, so that when certain employees try to go and try to tell them the shit, they go back and tell the management and the supervisor in charge. But see, they got this from like one of the owners, like one of the main owners of a Boeing, who gave himself like a hike increase and make millions of dollars a year off of all of these. I wonder, where do they get their goddamn parts? Let me look at this. Because I don't know why the spirits are telling me this. I hope that nothing happens again. Where does Boeing get the parts? Somebody else asked, so before I could get it out, it came up here. It said Boeing parts come from, listen to this. Boeing's parts come from a vast global network of suppliers, including both American and international companies. They rely on a complex supply chain, sourcing components from various locations around the world. But they're not giving you all the names of the international places. They said elaboration. International suppliers. Boeing's global reach means it relies on international suppliers from parts such as, I might say it's wrong, Xian. Is it Zion? Zion? That's an Asian word. Oh, shit. Such as Zion, Xian, or I might be pronouncing, it might not be pronounced X. It might be pronounced something else. Xian, aircraft company in China for 737 vertical fins, and Mitsubishi Heavy Industries in Japan for 737 wing flaps. Didn't I tell you a few minutes ago I picked up it? The man said China. It's right here on Google. I'm looking at it right now. And then some of it comes from the 787 Dreamliner, are sourced from various countries like South Korea, wingtips, and UK landing gear, and Italy, horizontal stabilizer. So let's go back to the Asian parts. Let me ask, how do I pronounce this? That would be where I started at, the 737. Oh, God damn. Xian, China. So let me see how to pronounce this. Pronunciation. There's Xi, then it's like a hyphen AN. Okay. Xi'an. The X is pronounced as an S. Anybody speak Chinese, please correct me. This is what it's saying here on Google. The Xian sounds like Sheean, Xi'an. How do I pronounce? I'm looking at it again. Xian. How do you pronounce it? Chinese. Correct me if I'm seeing this wrong on here. And it's supposed to be, that term refers to a good or virtuous person. Because I don't want to be up here just talking and fucking this up. Let me see. How do you pronounce? Let me go here. And so you can hear. I can get this on here.
Is private student loan debt
Hi, that's a commercial. Hey, big old wizard. I'm so glad I can see you all again.
Private student loans that other
Hold on.
They'll provide you with a custom loan payment based on your
let me
ability
skip
to
the
pay.
ad.
Refi is not a debt.
Okay.
We are looking at how to pronounce this name as well as how to say more interesting and often mispronounced names as well.
Okay.
So make sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing for more learning. This is the name of a city in China. Also, how do you say it? Xi'an.
Xi'an. Okay, that was right. Xi'an. Okay.
You feel manipulated.
I learned something today. So this is correct what I saw. I'm just praying that this is not true. I believe that what I'm seeing is true because I just Googled it before I told y'all first. I didn't look just straight off the dome. I'm just trying, even if I'm wrong, I will still just tell you because it's been coming to me for 3 days and I've been talking. This is a white man that's been talking to me. He's suspended and animation. He's not at rest. He said, I did not kill myself. He said it was tied to the union. Very powerful men in charge over the union and lawyers that work with high level management at some of these Boeing plants. I want to say all of them that move through there and are putting the lives of people, the public, at risk. And said he said he is mentioning to me 10 people that have been murdered because they wanted to be whistleblowers and caught one lady and a husband secretly in the office, working in the office, had access to files, was trying to either steal files. I seen this lady, she got black hair, jet black hair, black eyes, real white skin. She says she's known them or worked with them maybe 20, 30 years, getting ready to retire, or she took an early retirement because she cannot stomach what's going on, and says she have dreams about airplane crashes and thousands of people being killed and several airplane crashes. She said it's a whole line of planes that's fucked up right now that are flying in the air and they know it, and they're going to let this shit go down. Then they're going to revamp the whole system with this new ID card and have everybody on lockdown from surveillance, just like the Tom Cruise movie Minority Report. I have told y'all, Nipsey told me this before. I smell fire. It's fire. If it ain't in one of these planes or several of these planes in a crash in the ocean, I see water, it's going to be a big explosion in the United States of fire. Somewhere, big fire in these fires, and maybe one of these plants, maybe explosion and bomb. This don't have to be the same event. It's several different scenarios, and the bomb may not go off. It just may be a bomb threat to create hysteria and confusion and lead you more to that state. That type of state putting you on lockdown, or some sickos over here in sleeper cells. And for some reason, this ties to Bush. It ties to the president, which is the one that just got out of office. It ties to Russia with Putin, the economy, and Trump, as well as the president of the Ukraine that visited with Trump earlier this year. This situation done got out of hand. And see, God damn. Lord have mercy. You said, I respect you, Alexis, for sticking to your claims about Nipsey. You don't look like... Oh, no, they're not claims. At this point, dear, they're not claims. Because too much of it has been verified in the third dimension by people that know him and that were inside of that circle. And what we see with Nipsey and Diddy and Lauren London and his trial. Oh, no, ma'am. No, dear. No, sir. I have not made claims. Now they have been authenticated and verified in the third dimension. That's a big difference. Now, as I was saying, this woman was in there at night in the dark with a flashlight. She thought she wouldn't get seen, but the security was already on to her, and they have PIs watching certain people they think going to flip and turn. They caught her in there, handcuffed her, and took her out there in the back of a car, and they also got security and police involved. Why do I hear Virginia again? Let me see. Where are Boeing plants in the U.S.? Boeing plants in USA located. Okay. Washington State, Everett, and Winton, and South Carolina. The Everett plant is known for building wide-body aircraft like the 777 and the 787, while the Renton plant produces the 737. South Carolina assembles the 787 dreamliner. But then they're saying it's also a plant in Georgia. Okay, what's the biggest Boeing factory? That's in Everett, Washington. They're responsible for assembling wide-body aircraft like the 747, 767, 777, and 787. I'm looking at 777 and 747. The factory covers 98.3 acres. So these will also be tied to government contracts. See, okay, thank you, In the Summer. Put some respect on the one and only Drip. Thank you. Yep, Anita just said ones in what thank you. So it's not just North Carolina thing. So they're not listing them all. Thank you, because I know I just looked and I knew it was one in Georgia that's been here for years, and I knew it was tied to the military. The airplanes that's in the sky now that's old and continue to operate. Thank you, Blue, aka Bella. Hi, Miss Alexis. Thank you for helping and not hurting. Thank you, Cutie Pie. Hey, baby, I'm fine, Blue. I've been trying to rest, but this has been coming to me. Will somebody please put my Cash App in here? I appreciate your love, your donations, and your support. It's God9XX. God, the number 9, and XX. God9XX. God9XX. I don't want to see. Okay, I just seen an Asian lady face. She kind of remind me of Connie Chung. So that means this could be reporters and detectives that are already on this, that are secretly writing stories, but they have been threatened or their editor will not allow them to write about this. Thank God we do see it coming out in the news, and people are getting drunk and on drugs and depressed, working as air traffic controllers and have mental problems, along with people working at these Boeing plants around the United States. And some of them, they're showing me graves, like sudden deaths. And they'll be like, what happened to this person? Well, I don't know. He just died in his sleep. It must have been a heart attack. They hooked in the coroners, police, PIs. They caught that white lady that was in there trying to retire early so she can get her retirement package. And meanwhile, while she was doing it, she's like, I want to get out of here early because that way I can get out of here. I can sneak and get this information and get it to some mainstream reporters so they can put this out and stop people from dying, because a lot of people inside those plants and inside the government industries and at the airports, they in the FAA, they believe that it's going to be more death. Like we're getting the smoke right now before the fire. The past few years, since basically Nipsey was assassinated in 2019, he told me to start warning y'all about the planes. Y'all know, if anybody try to call me a lie, y'all know for a fact I got it in the motherfucking video. This has been going on. I've been warning y'all since 2019, and we done seen all kind of shit happening with these planes and almost and not happening, and smoke and decompression and engine catching on fire. And they'll say a bird ran in the engine and got caught in there. And so they hurry up and catching and land the plane. And then a couple of months ago, 2 planes crashed, and the plane, was it a Delta plane, turned upside down, goddamn it, and slid across the runway. See, this is what I'm scared of, because they believe, and they are saying, no, if they're not going to fix this, then it's going to be historic catastrophe at historic levels. And yeah, but the thing is, they ain't really working on some of them. They put thank you, Queen Tulsa. They are letting them thank you, Domo. They are just passing them, and like this, like look like it's a certification. It's a paper certificate certifying and guaranteeing the plane has been fixed, or the plane is new and it has new parts, and they're lying. Those are new parts, and parts that have defects in them. They got wholesale from China, and you see when I said it, then I looked it up. I said, where they get these parts? Whoa, Xi'an, China. It's spelled Xian. The X is pronounced as an S. So we just learned something tonight. I just learned something, because that's what this white man is telling me, and he said he hates it being over there. He hates. He's like he might have been in his 50s. So really, that's too young to die. It's like I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave my family, my wife, my kids. So they lied to them, and I can't say that. You know what? I'm gonna try to look this man up. I'm gonna try to see if this is. He keeps saying Virginia. I don't. Wow. I wonder. Yes, crashing down north, south, east, west. Thank you, Jay Lauren. See, we don't know the whistleblowers. Let me see. BOEI, Boeing employee deaths. 2 former Boeing employees, Joshua Dean and John Barnett, who both raised safety concerns, have died recently. Joshua Dean, a former quality auditor at Spirit Aerosystems, a Boeing supplier, died of a severe bacterial infection. John Barnett, a former Boeing employee, was found dead in his car in South Carolina from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Barnett, a former Boeing quality manager, I said it was the higher up, so he had the juice to pass shit on, had raised concerns about Boeing's 737 MAX line. Them are the two the Spirits told me that I just told y'all earlier that I was looking at, 737 and 737 MAX, including safety issues and alleged misconduct. He was found dead March 2024, and his death was ruled a suicide by the Charleston County coroner, who was lying and paid off and scared. The family of they're not saying, I'm saying. This is what this man told me. The family of Barnett filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Boeing, alleging they were subjected to harassment and intimidation. See what I'm saying? Joshua Dean, he raised concerns about, again, the 2 I told you to look at. I was looking at Boeing 737 MAX. He died in May 24. So one died in March, one died in May. After a short illness, both of them contracted severe infections. That's what they say. They were shot up. Dean had also raised concerns about manufacturing safety on some 737 MAX airplanes and was fired last year, later filing a complaint with the FAA. Didn't I tell you the FAA nobody? And they getting payoffs and kickbacks letting this shit go on. They said there have been conspiracies suggesting that Boeing had a hand in the deaths of both whistleblowers. However, the deaths of both Dean and Barnett have been attributed to natural causes and suicide. See what I'm saying? And that's one of them is in here telling me that's not what happened. I think it's some more, because they told me 10. They just not. Let me see that picture again, because I'm gonna figure out which one of them is talking to me. You see what I'm saying? One of them, I'm wondering, is one of them bigger than the other? Okay, let me look at Joshua, Joshua Dean. He's a longtime fuselage contractor Is this the same one? Yeah, that's him. He got black hair and black eyes. Okay, Joshua and then John. Joshua and John Burnett. I think this is him. Family. That's what I did. Is the heavyset white man. Let me see. That's his daddy. That I seen the heavyset white man. This is who it is. Because I seen a heavyset white man with a stomach. That's his daddy. They said Boeing, the family of former Boeing quality control manager who police say killed himself after lawyers questioned him for days about his whistleblowing on alleged jumbo jet defects, are suing the aviation giant. Boeing subjected John Barnett to a campaign of harassment, abuse, intimidation intended to discourage, discredit, and humiliate him until he would either give up or be discredited. Lawyers for the family wrote in a wrongful death lawsuit filed Tuesday in federal court in South Carolina. Barnett, 62, shot himself March 9, 2024 in Charleston after answering questions from attorneys for several days in retaliation. For several days in relation to a defamation lawsuit he had filed against Boeing. He lived in Louisiana. Okay. Boeing had threatened to break John, and break him it did. The attorneys wrote in court papers on behalf of his family. Boeing has not responded in court filings. We are saddened by John Barnett's death and extend our condolences. Yeah, right. Okay. He said Barnett was an employee for 32 years and working in quality control as a quality control manager before he retired in 2017. Here we go. He shared his concerns with a journalist and became a whistleblower. John became concerned when he transferred to Boeing South Carolina plant in 2010. Quality issues, procedures that weren't being followed, shortcuts that was trying to be taken. His brother Rodney Barnett told CBS Morning News in an interview in March 2024. Barnett said he once saw discarded metal shavings near wiring for the flight controls that could have cut the wires and caused a catastrophe. He also noted problems with up to a quarter of the oxygen systems on Boeing 787 planes. Didn't I mention y'all something about some wires earlier in the electrical system that they were showing me? Barnett shared his concerns with his supervisors and others before leaving Boeing, but according to the lawsuit, they responded by ignoring him and harassing him. So that means they knew and they were with it, and said that he was diagnosed with PTSD and his mental condition deteriorated because they kept harassing him and just really treating this man really dirty. And Alaska Airlines blowout. A panel of experts in February 2024 criticized Boeing's safety culture, raising the heat on the aircraft manufacturer following a January 5th incident in which the door panel of the Alaska Airlines, 737 MAX 9 plane made by the Boeing blew off mid-flight. The door panel blew off in mid-flight for the Alaska Airlines. The incident came after other safety issues had been linked to Boeing's MAX line of aircraft, heightening concerns about the jet's safety. In its report following the Alaska Airlines blowout, the Federal Aviation Administration said a panel of government and aviation industry experts had, quote, found a lack of awareness of safety-related metrics at all levels, end quote, of Boeing, adding that employees had difficulty distinguishing the differences among various measuring models, their purpose and outcome. The failure of quality control at Boeing over the last decade is well known and well documented, as are the consequences of the failure, which include planes crashing and coming apart in mid-air. Oh, God damn. See, this is an article that's very long. Y'all can look this up. I mean, you cannot make this up. I'm just glad that it confirms what I said. And now I see I'm talking to John Barnett. That's the whistleblower that I'm talking to. I wonder, does he have a wife and family? Because if not, he told me 10. His first wife was Cindy. He later married Diane. Ooh, listen to this. John Barnett, the one that they said killed himself, later married Diane Johnson, who worked as a FAA liaison at Boeing. Diane Johnson died of brain cancer in late 2022. He died 2024. You hear this shit? Oh, wow. You know what? God damn. And one man said he was inspector. He joined Boeing as a quality inspector where he met both of his wives, Cindy Swafford, and later in life, long after his divorce, Diane Johnson, who worked as an FAA liaison at Boeing for 28 years. Barnett, let me see what she looked like. Swafford, Boeing. She dyes her hair blonde and is brown underneath. Oh my God. Whoa. She might not be the one I saw. Might be another blonde lady. But she looks similar to the one of the wives I saw that came up dead. But I saw her in the car. But they saying this lady here died of brain cancer. And I know that's not what happened. They can tell the public any goddamn thing if they got the police, the coroner, everybody in place and paying them to tell a certain lie and put it out there. Just like what with the Michael Jackson case and who else they lied about their death and switched it around. A celebrity. I'm trying to think of which celebrity that they did this to. And then they investigated. Oh, I think that actress. Was her name Brittany? Was it a white actress? Said she died in a bathtub like Whitney Houston. You know what? This is going some goddamn where else here. And Kim just came up. Said they doctored her cause of death with Diddy. What her name? Kim Porter. She showed me water, fluid in her lungs. There was water in Kim Porter lungs. God damn it. I mean, they said it was pneumonia. Said she had some kind of infection and shit. Did y'all do it Whitney Houston on her goddamn ass? Y'all put her. You know what? This is too much, goddamn it. I mean, yeah, Brittany Murphy. Didn't they, please correct me if I'm wrong, didn't they change the results or said it was one result? It's another celebrity too. I'm just trying to think of them. Y'all, please tell me if y'all know what I'm talking about. They had a second coroner to determine the cause of death and it was different. That it shows that they were lying. I just seen it in Kim Porter lungs. Somebody tell me what the cause of death was and did they tell the results from the autopsy? Did they mention anything about fluid in Kim Porter lungs and pneumonia? They trying to say that's what she had, but I'm seeing a needle shot in her. She was shot up and some needle went in them and she got a puncture on the side of her body, like they're around the rib cage. They went through there and shot her as well as some type of IV. She was in the house sick. And I wonder was she with Puffy or his house because he did it. And it was about tapes and something stored, books and tape recordings in a safe as well as cameras around to documenting her every move. He had them. Lord Jesus. God damn. No, I'm not talking about Prince. It's somebody else that was in not Twitch, baby, before Twitch. It was a few years ago around that time with Brittany Murphy and someone else somebody said Kim was screaming when they was taking her out. No, I don't know about that because Kim at one time she just showed me her lung was full of fluid. They said pneumonia. She might have had that, but she had a virus and they had shot her. It was a needle. He had his doctors in there and people covering this up. She just showed me they went on the side of her right there in the rib cage. They went through there or near that area. They shot her in her lung. As well as, wait a minute, she showed it was more than one place and she had bruising. Skin was bruised. I don't know if she had been hit or knocked around or drugged or moved from one place to another or tried to get up, and fail, or was she assaulted? That's what I'm wondering because the body was moved and she showed me she was shot. They shot her up. She had a sedative and some about an IV. They were getting a poison. This is what I just got damn it saying. And I was thinking about her today. That's strange you brought her up. I think she was in that car when she got high in a neighborhood and was driving and had an accident. I think that's how she died. That was only like a few years ago. Went too far back. No, it's not her. Somebody they changed it, and I know they did that to Michael. Said her ex's daughter or a doctor was coming to give her injection. Who, baby? Kim? Anna Nicole. No, they didn't change her coroner reports. Here, only one car, not Anna. Damn. It was after Anna. But I know they did it with Michael as well. But it was some other actress they did that with and changed the results. And I think they did do that with Brittany Murphy. Remember that after that, her husband that was with her, they tried to say it was something in the house, bacteria, fungus, something in the house. He came up dead after Brittany Murphy. Didn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. God damn, what the fuck? Am I hearing this correct with Kim Porter? Did y'all see the autopsy? You know what? Let me see. What do it say here? Because these people up here talking, and this started with the airplane, Kim. But then they got in there about these doctors and lawyers calls. They said lobar pneumonia. I never heard of lobar pneumonia. It was something else. I hear pneumonia on her chest, but I see the words on there. But she was given a virus. They said autopsy was complete and she was poisoned. What symptoms did she experience before death? Her lung was infected. That's what I'm saying. She showed me was full of fluid and said he told her, well, we sent somebody to help you, and she was begging for her life. And he's like, no, Let me see, lobar. It's a specific type of bacteria. Pneumonia affects one or more entire lobes of a lung. Because she showed me one lung where they shot on one side. Says it's characterized by a diffused consolidation of the infected lobes, meaning the entire lobe becomes solid and filled with fluid. It's often caused by bacteria like Streptococcus pneumonia or Klebsiella pneumoniae. Lobal consolidation, the entire lobe. So they call it lobal because it's the lobes of the lung. Oh, wow. Oh, baby, she couldn't breathe. They literally suffocated her. He did shit. I see a doctor in there. It said 4 stages of progression: congestion, red, hepatization, gray hepatization, and resolution. Clinical presentation: coughing, dyspnea, shortness of breath, fever, chills, pyretic chest pain, and sometimes hemoptysis, which is coughing up blood. I see blood in her. She literally started bleeding too. God damn it. I mean, see, they not telling us he's a dirty motherfucker. You know, what I also wonder, was any of his other women's in that house with Kim had been there when that lady was sick before she died or even after, because I seen them cleaning up. I see that Chinese girl. Where did she die? What house? Was she in Georgia or was she somewhere else? Because I see that one that he whoop her ass. She was on Tasha K. When I said that he be beating women and kicking them and torturing them and choking them, the lady came out and said it because about 2 or 3 years ago, she was on Tasha K. And they said, look at Tasha K, Alexa, look at Tasha K. This lady on there saying exactly what you said, how he beat, stomp, and choke women and was whooping her ass. That she's been called Gina. Gina, goddamn, I think that's the one named Gina. I see her. I see Cassie. Is somebody else there? Wait a minute. What year did she die? Damn. So she died 2018, right before Nipsey. Kim Porter. Oh, Lord. Kim Porter death. She November. I think she's a Sagittarius too, ain't she? 47 years old. I think her people from Georgia, because she has an exotic look, like she got some Indian or something else in her. Kim Porter. Trying to look and see. Okay, November 15, 2018. Why am I hearing Andre Harrell? When did Andre, because there was one of Diddy's lovers that broke him in with Clyde. Andre Harrell. He died 2020. He was in it. He done helped take out people before. Him and Clyde, they set motherfuckers up and told Diddy to do it because he had to go through their sex ritual under them. I wonder what he really died of, goddammit. And see, there's Andre Harrell. That boy just came up to me, Chris Lighty. Is it Chris Lighty? It might not be Chris Lighty, but I'm going to stick with it. Chris Lighty just came up to me. And what's that other one that Kim was fucking with that down here in Atlanta say he shot himself? They say he killed himself, but it's really strange. Puffy did that goddamn shit because they said that how you going to, please somebody explain this to me. How are you going to kill yourself but you shot in the back? Shaquille got demons all over him. Put all kind of curses on him. They had him undercover. Diddy put him in compromising position and had him on tape. You know what? Whew, I did not know this was going here. Oh, god damn. I'm hot. I done got hot again. I ain't mean to get in this here. He did that shit to Shaquille Stewart. Is that the one that was messing with Kim? Andre Harrell and that other one, Clyde. And the other one that be with, that was with, what the name them, the one just died up there at Def Jam. I ain't gonna say their name. They over YouTube Music. They do shit like that and set niggas up and get them involved in that boy shit. That bend over backwards shit. And then kill their ass, have politics on them. Puff set that nigga up. Was Chris Lighty messing with Kim? D. Franco, yeah, you read my mind, baby. He did it. They had him, like, made him do shit like, you know, if you do this, you ain't gotta do it all the time, or, you know, we're gonna help you get into the industry. Puff got mad, went and seduced that man and threatened that man. That man was scared of him. He either drugged and knowing him, drugged them, went in them people booty, and then they wake up, they sold it on what have they on tape and started extorting him. And then I don't know if I'm getting the right thing, but Kim said she know he was a freak. Sometimes she go and hit behind. And see, I'm wondering if Cassie went and hit behind. See what I'm saying? Oh Lord, she said that Puffy like women to go in his behind. Oh Lord God. What you talking about, Michael Smith? You that girl? I had to give Jaguar ass a side eye and dust my hands off her because she was salty that you mentioned Allie. Who's Allie, baby? Allie was telling the truth. Why she get salty about that? I thought that she had agreed that Allie was telling the truth. So she said Allie was not telling the truth. They said Allie missing. You know what? It's another man I want to bring up to y'all that is a filthy, flaming ass boy lover. He came here talking to me. The other day, somebody showed me his picture. He was messing with one of them boys from B2K. What is this nasty motherfucker name? Because he liked little boys. I'm trying to find this picture. Got saved. I said, I'm going to tell y'all about him. He came in here. He died a few years ago. Told me he didn't feel bad about nothing he did. And that he would do it again and said Diddy. He knew Diddy. And he was at some of the parties with Diddy. Now, if somebody could find this out, because I might be wrong. You know, I might not be piecing this together, goddammit, but I believe I'm trying to find it on my phone now so I could tell y'all this man's name. Because I think he's disgusting. What he did. I'm trying to I see his face in my mind, but y'all know how sometimes I'll see somebody's face. But I don't always remember the goddamn name. But y'all gonna probably look this up because I just heard about it. I didn't know he did this here. One of the members of B2K said he was messing with him, and he's big in the music industry, well known, and he's over some kind of committee with arts and craft or some shit like that. God damn, it must be in my other one. It must be on the phone I'm on. And I can't go in there while I'm on the live. I'm trying to see, can I find this? Because when I saw this man's face, I knew that he had done it. So I know I'm going to find it. I know I'm going to find him and I'm going to come back. Meanwhile, well, he's only powerful like that swimmingly because they gave him the power. That's why. They gave him the power. Kim, I could be wrong. Kim G, I could be wrong. But it looked like I just heard her say that sometimes Diddy like for women to backdoor him. You said Stokes was the one I heard about. Yeah, Elaine, you said notice Diddy and R. Kelly did a videotape together. Yeah, and both of them go both ways, goddammit. I mean, hey, Nick here. I'm gonna find this man. It's which one, baby? Not Chris Stokes. It's another one, y'all. It's an old sister, goddammit. It's an OG sister. He ain't new to it. He true to the shit. And he looked kind of like a goddamn pale-faced mannequin. He black, but he look mixed like light skin. Got a real pencil thin mustache. I told y'all to watch them niggas with that pencil thin and that shaved face. Goddamn it, look like he got some goddamn Mary Kay foundation on. He look like he dead. Goddamn, I mean he already light skinned, but he look and got his lips real red, real juicy, like he, peel his lips down. Get the dead skin off and keep them real red and then put some of that juicy red cherry lip gloss on the motherfuckers. Oh, you got to see this motherfucker, man. I'm going to see, can I find this picture? And I'm going to goddamn it come back.